But here's the thing that I wanted to talk about off the top that isn't in Zach's notes that I sent to him because it just came out today. So we're just going to talk about it just real quickly. According to Kevin Scott, so he is part of the High Republic publishing crew. The Acolyte, which is one of our shows that we're really looking
Big
forward
time.
to, did not impact or alter the storytelling plans for the High Republic series of books and comics. So when he was speaking on this, he kind of mentioned the idea that the Acolyte is set at the very end of the High Republic era, which made a lot of fans think, okay, if it's at the end of the High Republic era, maybe it's going to connect. Maybe we'll get some good connection pieces here. Maybe they've set up story to where the Acolyte gets set up perfectly. Well, he kind of shuts it down, and I'll just go ahead and read his quote. He says, "No, I don't think they're going to connect specifically as much as you guys want them to, because I think we were predated, or I think we predated that because we've been working on this for a good number of years now. So what happened was people were getting excited about the High Republic as we were creating it. And there have been all these other plans as well. But the great thing that Star Wars is so good at is taking the things being worked on over here. This thing's been worked on over here, and then let's bring it together. So it's definitely a possibility for those to connect. Now, my personal self, I have not checked out anything with the High Republic yet. That is on my to-do list when I get to the summer months when it's a little more chill on my end. Zach, have you checked out anything with High Republic? Maybe you've just read about what people are thinking about it.
Yeah, really just read about it. I've tried to keep my finger on the pulse of it because I think it's really cool. And I think we've touched on it before in other podcasts where I'm just happy to see them have a captain of the ship, right? We're going to talk about it a lot today, I'm sure, but um, just them being so open and like, here's our plan, here's what we're doing. That's what I like about the High Republic. And
Right.
am I a big book reader? No, I'm not.
Negative.
Comics, no, any of that stuff. However, I fully support it because I think it's a win for everybody if we can keep that train rolling and
Yeah.
and maybe I'm sure if I jumped into the books, I would dive in, but
Right.
I just haven't.
Yeah, and I've wanted to get into it. It's just life is so busy right now, and I've actually had a couple of our listeners kind of message us and ask when we're going to talk about the High Republic,
Mhm.
and I'm sorry that we just can't do that right now, but I promise we're going to get to it. But to kind of speak on the Acolyte though real quickly, just this idea of it being at the very end of this High Republic period, right before the prequels that we know and love, for me just gets my wheels spinning. Like, okay, are they going to really try to connect this deep with the Skywalker saga, set up the prequels better, or is this just completely brand new characters? What's your kind of headspace on it right now as we're probably like 2 or 3 years out away from this thing?
Right. So I wouldn't call it a prediction, just a feeling, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be just different. I think it's gonna not maybe maybe touch on things, like, oh, what was that kind of a thing, where like
Hmm.
my wife wouldn't know what it is, but we would see it.
Right.
Um, I I personally kind of hope they do that. I don't need to hear all the other stuff,
Okay.
I want it to be an amazing story because we're finally doing what I've been wanting and we're getting the other side, that's all
Correct.
I want. So
I think we've touched on that before too.
we
Yeah.
we have like I don't want to say I don't care about the stuff we know, like the prequels and all that, but
Right.
I don't. We need to get this right because it's so cool and so much potential that
Yeah.
that's all I care about.
There's a ton of potential, and you make a great point as far as like the people that they're bringing on board for all these projects really bring uniqueness across the board. I mean, I
Yep.
believe it's Leslie Headland. I haven't seen Russian Doll. I think that's the show that she
I have
wrote on
seen it
Netflix.
actually. Hmm.
So let me get your take on that. Like, is there good things in that that could connect to Star Wars? Maybe I don't know because I haven't seen it.
So I mean, that show is crazy. It's
Okay,
very, very, very creative and very well done.
okay,
So
that's good to hear.
we'll take it from there. I mean, was it my favorite show ever? No, but it was very, very creative. I'll just say
Yeah,
that. And you can tell it was well directed and well wrote and all that. So
right.
when I heard that as well, I was like, oh, All right, good.
Now,
That's a win.
is Russian Doll a mystery thriller? Is that the genre? Because I keep
I don't
seeing
actually
mystery.
know.
I keep
I,
getting mystery thriller
I
with like when they're talking about the Acolyte, and I don't know if they're applying that to her previous work or if they're saying the Acolyte is going to be a mystery thriller. I'm kind of
I
confused
don't
on
know
why they keep
what.
using that term.
Yeah, I don't know what genre Russian Doll would be under. I guess you. I mean, yeah, I would say mystery thriller's
Okay.
fair.
Okay.
It's just it kind of genre bends a little bit.
Okay.
So
Well, that's interesting.
It's tough to say, but yeah, like I said, it's a good. I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
I may be
Okay.
wrong, but I think it's a good thing.
See, and one of my favorite things too is as soon as they announce like these writers, producers, directors, whatever, I like to go back and check out their previous work to see
Hmm.
maybe, okay, I could see how this would play really great in Star Wars.
Hmm.
So I definitely need to check out Russian Doll. It sounds like
Yeah,
there's not a lot to it that could connect to Star Wars, but at least to get in her headspace of kind of her
yeah.
storytelling traits, I guess you could say.
And if anything, it's worth at least like one sit down and watch.
Hmm.
Maybe not. You don't even have to go all the way through it. Just you'll get the gist of like, all right, this is very well done.
Yeah.
So
Okay. That's good to hear. Good to hear.
yeah,
Well, I wanted to just talk about that off the top because I know we are really excited about the Acolyte because, again, it's peeling back the onion. We're getting to see the bad guys, hopefully. At least that's what we think. And that's what the title picture looked like with the red and the
I
lightsaber
think so,
slashing through the
man.
title.
Come on.
I mean, it's got to be that. It's got to be that.